Hey guys, what is going on? Hey, I wanted to come to you this afternoon and talk about a new series I wanted to get started, a series on YouTube, where I talk about the kind of lack of honesty that we have in this world right now, and how it's affecting. I feel this affecting, how it's affecting me, and how it's affecting. I think a lot of people in the world at large, but also our boys, our men, and this one area I really wanted to get into, especially with regard to this whole kind of toxic BS that's going on right now regarding the men. We got to a place to where I feel in this world that we are not at all really being honest about what's going on. We don't really want to talk about the actual kind of fundamentals of life right now. We don't want to deal with that. We don't want to talk about what's going on in the world right now and really deal with the fact that I think in large part people are not being honest. They're not telling the truth. They're not wanting to call something what it is. Like, we've gotten so far down this rabbit hole, so to speak, of this that everyone's really kind of gotten to a point where they've censored themselves. And I can even tell, like, right now, a part of me wants to censor myself. I don't want to say everything that's on my mind. I want to figure out a way to say something where I don't offend people. But, one thing that, I think that's the problem overall is we've kind of gotten to this area to where we're not honest with ourselves and each other, and we're taught not to offend. We don't want to offend this group or these people, so we don't say something. We don't say what's really on our mind. Like, what's on our mind is so dangerous. It's so, if I feel in a lot of ways that if we don't say things on our mind, when we become angry and bitter and resentful and whatever, then we become dangerous. People aren't dangerous when they speak what's on their mind. And, don't cover up. We got to stop covering up our true feelings because of not wanting to offend other people. I mean, that's really like just a bunch of shit. I mean, we're not wanting to offend other people, so we don't say what's on our mind. And I think really in a lot of ways that a lot of guys, we don't like to do that, where we almost feel like, okay, am I being, if I say this, am I being toxic? Is this toxic masculinity if I say whatever it is and I offend these people? And, the fact of the matter is, no, it's not, right? Because we live in a universe right now where everything is upside down. Like the Stranger Things, the upside down world. We kind of live in a world where everything is upside down now. We're not really honest that. Yeah, eating a box of Twinkies is not good. Being 5'7" and 300 pounds is not good. But nowadays we can't say that. So what I'm saying is, if we can't be honest about problems, then how can we ever find solutions to those problems? If we're not even allowed to address the problems, if we're not even allowed to say that we believe something is a problem, but he is 300 pounds and 5'7", you can't say that your problem with your high blood pressure is the fact that you weigh 300 pounds, right? I mean, again, man, we can't be honest about things. So what I'm saying is, we kind of live in a world right now where everything is flipped upside down. Anyways, yeah, I wanted to go into my past a little bit, and I'm gonna do so on the next video, to kind of shed some light on what kind of made me, and why I have some of the views that I have, and my lens, the way that I look at the world, and why I look at the world the way I do. But anyways, guys, I definitely think it's important for us to allow ourselves to be able to say what we need to say, and talk about what we need to talk about without demonizing people for thinking what they think, and being the way they are. And like me and myself, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of giving children hormone blockers when they're 12 and 13 years old, and that kind of stuff. I mean, to me, that's not it's not a viable answer to any kind of problem, unless there's an actual hormonal medical condition that's going on there, but not some kind of not some beginning of gender affirming practice. And kind of my thoughts on that are, again, when you're 12, 13 years old, you don't really know what you are. You really don't know who you are, your place in the world, any of that kind of stuff. So, and again, I know it's not popular for me to say that right now, and I get that, but I have opinions, and it should be okay to express those opinions. That's the only way we get to that's the only way we can ever get to consensus on things, or we can ever get to the truth of the matter, is by allowing everyone to speak, and kind of throwing everyone's opinions into a kind of a bag, and look, just because somebody has different set of opinions as you doesn't mean they're bad, and it doesn't mean they're hurting you for feeling the way they feel. They have their views because of who they are and where they came from, and whatever, and we can't just automatically dismiss people, demonize people, and yell and scream that they're hurting us because they have a different set of opinions. But anyways, guys, if you would hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and go to my website, changeofvision.com, and let me know what you think about my stuff and what I'm doing on the channel. Thanks, guys.